Yo, what's going on? I'm Joel, clearly, and you are watching the sixth episode of WTHDID, which is also What the Hell Do I Do? Today's episode is most enjoyable, something I will very much enjoy telling you about. I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to send good text messages. Quality texting is a must in today's society. I'm sure, most people, if not everyone you know, minus grandma, maybe has a cell phone and they probably text message. In case you're not familiar, texting is when you take your cell phone and you send a message and someone else receives it, okay? If you don't know that, then forget it. Just turn this off. So basically, 3 solid tips I'm going to give you for sending off a good text message. So try to type like a human being. I'm sure we can all appreciate, slight abbreviations here and there. For example, instead of typing out tomorrow, why not just write out TMRW? People will know, hopefully they'll guess you're saying tomorrow. And of course MSN chat abbreviations such as BRB, D2G, LOL, those are acceptable for text messaging. What is not acceptable is when you abbreviate your entire sentence to sound like you're a cyborg, in which case it's just really hard to decipher. Just try to keep it human if you can, and type out words that, otherwise wouldn't be abbreviated, like asparagus. I love Aspergs. Number 2. Um, so inappropriate. The second rule of the day is timing is everything with texting. So sometimes if someone sends you a text message, unless you're in an emergency situation or you really, it's understood that you can reply really quickly, try to give yourself at least a minute or two between replies, if not longer, because as quick as text messaging is, and that's the point of having quick exchanges, it might seem a little bit desperate if I send you a message, at 1 o'clock exactly, and 30 seconds later, oh, hey, what's up? It seems a little bit desperate, slightly, make it seem like you have a life, and you're doing stuff, and you're texting on the side, and not just sitting alone in your corner of your room, texting alone. Because I never do that, so. Number 3, goes to the point, sorry, 3, 1, 2, 3, goes to the point. Keep it concise with texting. I understand sometimes you have a lot of stories and sometimes, I'm sure you want to share all the details. Keep it to the point. No one wants to hear about how many times you went to the washroom today. By text message, really. Even if it's a concise sentence, it's probably not going to work. Keep it really quick and short as you can. Long conversations in person can, substitute, I don't know if that's a word, but can really replace the need for these massively long TMI. I am going to throw in a little bonus point, which I rarely do, ever, so get excited, for texters. If you use T9 Word, which is basically an application that will finish the word for you or suggest words if you're going towards typing them, if that makes sense. Basically anything you use if you don't have an iPhone, a Crackberry, or a Gossip Girl phone, like this. Basically, you have to be careful of what you're writing because sometimes words that you think you're writing, like, oh, that's kind of cool, will come out as, oh, that's line of cool. What's a line of cool? You gotta be careful because it will just substitute a word you think, and, it's not the right word anyways. So it'll just be awkward, like, me becomes of. So are you thinking of? Or the worst, OMG becomes N64. Huh. Alright, so to wrap things up, the 3 points you need to remember are these. Number 1 being please, 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 don't sound like a cyborg. Certain words can be abbreviated, certain words cannot. Weird. 2 being timing, don't be super desperate with your, texting, return the text in like a minute or 2 or a bit longer, just so you don't seem uber desperate. And number 3 being, make sure you be very concise with what you're doing. Just like I'm being concise right now and saying this is all wrapped up, WTHDID, episode number 6. And make sure you subscribe to Canadian Homie 67 here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.